Hi everybody, this is Vimesy from the Mature Gamer Podcast, Bits and Pieces. Been playing a little bit of Rust recently this week, and some people off the forum have got together and made us a little server. So I thought I'd show some gameplay. Now Rust is it's still in alpha. It's about 15 quid off Steam, and it's a bit DayZ-y. And in fact, when it first launched, people were complaining, "Oh, it's just a copy of DayZ mixed with a little bit of Minecraft," and I can see where they're coming from. It did used to have zombies in it, and they actually took them out. And the reason they took them out was because they discovered that the player interaction was actually more interesting than the zombie interaction. So you'd get an awful lot of the DayZ behaviour, where people would be taking each other out or holding each other up or cooperating or building stuff together or whatever, and the zombies just kind of got in the way. So I thought I'd just show you around our little server and show you a little bit about what the game does and what it's expected to do. Here you can see it's a relatively nice view. You can see a few bits and pieces on the ground. So if I look down centre screen there's some rocks, and you can just about make up some wood piles, and down there might be a bear. Okay, cool. We have a run-in with bears sometimes. So this is what we've been building. Don't ask why. I kind of got a little bit excitable and started building things. And this is what we tentatively called Vimesy's Folly, because I just wanted to see how high we could go. And we haven't finished yet. As you can see, I will continue onwards and upwards. Over there you can see it's basically, I just refer to it as Radtown. It's a little kind of army barracks type thing, where special loot may spawn. So you might get things like blueprints and guns or ammo or fuel or whatever. This game is essentially a sandbox game. It's built around you have a certain amount of things you can craft, and you have to go and collect the resources to do things with it, and then you can build all sorts of things from this tower that I'm standing on to what I like to call the sky bridge down there, to pickaxes, to clothing, to guns and ammo and all sorts of stuff. So let's just take you on a little tour. Yeah, this is quite high. And then down here I've also noticed somebody sleeping. So tempting to just put a little balloon in his head. So if you log out, you just fall asleep. If you do that when you're out in the open, chances are somebody might come along and loot your body, or they might come along and do all sorts of other things. So I'm just coming down the tower here. Yeah, here we go. So into our main part of the base, there's a little campfire down there, and here we've got a furnace and a crafting table. And I'll show you the crafting table from here. Essentially, this is what I have in my inventory. So I've got some clothes on here that give me a little bit of buffs against bullet melee, explosion cold, med kits, anti-rad stuff, torch, stone hatchet, which is kind of the first tool you'll ever want to equip yourself with. I also happen to have a pistol that I've raided from one of the storage boxes downstairs. But the idea is effectively to craft, and in here you have a list of everything that you can craft, from survival things through to resources, through to medical stuff, ammunition, weapons, armour, all sorts of things, parts, so that you can create various different buildings or whatever. I'm not going to do anything with that yet. I'm just going to walk you around the world a little bit. So this is our little base. Didn't take us very long to build. Someone else lazy, falling asleep by the fire. This is all our storage boxes. We can go into that and we can see nothing in that one. What's over here? Anything in? Oh yes, stacks and stacks of stuff. A blood draw kit, which I've never worked out quite what that does. Various bits and pieces. So we're quite well stocked, and mainly because this is our server. And that means there's only about 6 or 7 of us on it at the moment, which means all the resources we want to go and collect, we can just go and collect. We've got no other faction vying for our materials. So one thing you don't do in this game is leave the doors open, because if the wildlife gets in, oh, there's the bear. Would be sneaky. If the wildlife gets in, then we are in trouble. So this is a little wander around. And the idea essentially is to go around and collect resources. How do we do this? Okay, so over here I've got a log pile. All I do is I equip my pickaxe, and I attack the wood. As I attack the wood, as on the right of the screen, you can see I collect resources. 20 wood a shot, that's not bad. And that wood will then allow me to build things, like, for example, the magnificent Vimesy's Folly! Such levels of awesomeness are yet to be seen anywhere else on this map. But you can also, you can go over here, we can collect some stones and whatever, and go in there and hack away. My aim is awful today. And this is effectively the game. Now, the problem I have with this game slightly is that you really do require other people to make it work, because obviously at the moment, here we are, this is our little thing, there's nobody around here trying to fight over wood piles or resources. If I wander into Radtown, there's no one to stop me just raiding Radtown for everything that's in there. And actually, normally, if you go to a normal server where there's 128 odd people all vying for the same resources, you start moving into this area and all hell breaks loose. You'll be, they'll either wait for you to go in here and collect all the bits and pieces, or they'll just, when you come out laden with goodies, they'll just shoot you in the head. So you have to kind of bear in mind this is an empty server, so I've got pretty much free run of the place, which means that when we go in and we start collecting stuff, there's nothing for us to be afraid of. There's nobody in here. You can hear the clicking. That's because this is a radiated town. Any place like this suffer from radiation. So if you've got to basically get in and get out very quickly, if you look in the bottom right hand side, you can see that there's like a health meter, a food meter, and a rads meter, and you can see at the moment the rads are at 198, just gone up to 206. I've got till about 450 before it all goes horribly wrong and I start dying of radiation sickness, although I do have quite a lot of radiation pills, so I could stay with that. Oh, blueprint, what's this for? Flashlight mod, nice. Okay, and some more 9mm ammo. And so this is Rust. This is what you do. You go out, you scour for resources during the daytime because it's light enough to see what the hell's going on, and then normally at night you totter off back to the ranch and you improve it, build it, make it bigger, make it better, and prepare to defend other humans who might decide now's the time to come and raid your base for all your supplies and nick all your stuff. And that's Rust. So I shall leave you with this iconic view of Vimesy's Folly, and I'll see you on the next vid.